Coming up on this edition of Arkham Asylum, me and the fellas preview the upcoming Daytona Comic and Card Convention. Also, we discuss about our most painful, most harrowing, worst video game experience. All this and more in this edition of the Asylum.
What's up, everybody? This is episode 33. I'm Marco.
I'm Paul.
I'm Joe.
So, guys, how was your guys' weekends?
It was great. I got to celebrate my nephew's birthday. He turned 17,
Nice.
and we went down to Ormond Lanes and we bowled. I drank a little bit of beer, gave him a pretty cool birthday gift, a Seattle Seahawks hoodie, which I think he really liked, and reminded him of his home because he's from Seattle.
Nice.
And overall, a good time. How about you,
cool.
Joe?
Oh, but Paul, are you a good bowler?
No, I'm a horrendous bowler.
So what would you say like is your high game?
My high game is not for disclosure, which is weird because I like playing darts. I'm a pretty fair cricket shooter.
Are you?
I like to play pool a little bit. I'm halfway decent at pool. But yes, I stink at bowling. I don't know what it is.
Okay, I'm pretty good at darts.
Okay.
I'm terrible at pool. I'm like the worst. I'm just not interested in it.
I'm not bad at pool.
You're not bad at pool?
No, I'm not great, but I'm not
I'm
bad.
terrible at pool. Darts, I'm pretty good. When I used to work on our break, one of the guys that I used to work with was like one of the top dart players in the state of Florida. So he was like on the Florida team. So I would play versus him like every day, and he would teach me, and I beat him twice. He's going to go ahead and say the reason why I was able to beat him, he's a diabetic, and he said his blood sugar was low, right? But I did beat him twice in cricket.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bowler, depending if I practice enough, I'm an okay bowler. My high game, almost bowled a perfect game.
Get out of here.
Not even joking with you. I was 2 pins away. The first frame, I was a 9 and a spare, right? Then I had all strikes all the way through until the 10th frame, and I had a strike and then a 9 and a spare again. So
you bowl pretty good because you can't just almost have a perfect game. That's not luck.
Well, no, I mean...
That's not luck.
I would say my average is like 180,
That's freaking good,
Yeah,
bro.
that's really good.
That's like professional
No,
bowlers.
it's not. I'm 180.
No, they're
180
like up at the 220, 230
Not on
range.
average. I don't think averages are like that.
Oh, I would think so. I
I haven't watched
Bro,
PBA
180
bowling since I
is
was a
good.
kid.
180 is like you used to play on a team or something.
I was
right?
on a team
See?
growing up, yeah. And my grandpa was a good bowler, so like
Yeah.
we would go. So
I mean, I like to bowl. I just haven't bowled in years. But I used to, like, when I was younger, I played with my friends, and we did, like, a little league. When we had our car clubs back in the day, we did, like, a league. I
Like
think
a
my
bowling league?
average, yeah.
Okay.
I think my average was, like, 120-something.
that's not bad either. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I think my high game was, like, 216, my highest game.
That's good.
That's solid.
Yeah.
But I'm sure now if I bowled, it'd be horrible.
I mean, you probably get back.
It's kind of like
into it.
riding a bike, though.
It is,
I'm
so-
sure I'll still, probably get a 130 or something at some point or something.
Oh, well, if you were to go consistently for like a month,
Yeah.
then you'll probably get back to
So
that.
do you do the
120.
curve and all that?
Yeah, I do the curve.
I don't,
yeah.
I don't do that. I'm
You
a
got to
straight
flick it
bowler.
to your wrist.
I'm a
Yeah.
straight bowler.
Yeah.
You go for like a handshake, like you go in like this, and you
Yeah.
go for a handshake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I were to get into it, I would definitely want my own ball because having balls of different
Like
weights
Kingpin?
when you go to play.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
that's a good
exactly.
movie.
That was a
Mr.
great
Munson.
movie.
Yeah.
Mr. Munson.
I'm
I love
flossing.
that. I love that movie.
That's a good
With
movie.
the comb over, like the hair.
It's an honor to be in the presence of such great athletes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
So
Bill Murray, right?
Yeah. Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, and then the
And
Quaid.
what's the hot chick?
Oh,
that girl.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Was it her? God, I
It
don't
might
know.
be her. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's smoking hot.
Yeah.
But I went. My cousin celebrated his 46th birthday. We took my 5 kids, his 3, and then another one of our nieces to like one of this Airbnb. It was like one of these huge 4,000 square foot homes. It had a built-in movie theater, a couple game rooms, stuff like that. We had a good time. It was just a lot of work. When you have that many kids, no matter what, it's a lot of work. They had the most fun. We worked. But it was cool. We did a couple TikTok challenges they wanted to do.
really?
Like some kind of candy bar. Have you seen this thing?
No, what was it?
I don't know. Like we bought so there was 9 kids, right? So we bought 9 bags of candy. And like they had a big bowl, and each one of them grabbed it and said their names, and then said what kind of candy they dumped in the bowl. It's called like a salad candy bowl or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a TikTok thing or something. But they did that, and then a lot of sugar.
Oh God. They were bouncing off the
Oh,
walls.
yeah.
You said it had 2 arcades. What kind of games did they have in there?
So it was actually there was a foosball table, which I love foosball.
Yeah, football's fun.
Air hockey. They had a ski ball. Ski ball, is that what it's called? Ski ball.
Ski ball.
Ski ball. Then they had 2 stand-up arcades that had like multiple games, and they had like Joust, Asteroid. But you know those old school games.
Mm-hmm.
2 of those stand-up games. There was a big pool table in the other. Like there was a kids game room, and then there was an adult. There was an Xbox Series X and a PS5 there, and they had the gaming chairs and the multiple TVs so they can play together and stuff like that. And then there was like a pool and a hot tub and stuff like that. 6 bedrooms, so everybody got to do their own thing. They were occupied, you know. And then we went out, had a nice dinner for his birthday, and had a cake. So it was good.
Thanks
we just
for the
got
invite.
back a couple
Thanks
hours
for the invite,
ago.
Marco.
Huh?
Thanks for the invite.
To his birthday?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no
I mean,
problem.
you could have invited us to his birthday.
No,
I feel like.
no, I would have felt out of place.
Yeah, he's just being a dick. He knows.
Joe, stop.
I'm
What's the
just
matter
saying,
with you?
I'm just saying, Paul, you go out, you never invite us. Like Marco goes out and doesn't invite me.
Yeah.
It's fine. I understand, guys.
Joe, man, I guess it's just you bring too much personality to the table. You would overwhelm us.
Hey, your son was here and you weren't even here.
I was not. He went out with my
It's your sister?
my sister.
Yeah.
His aunt or whatever. So, and he was here at the shop, and I mean, so my son, he got 5s. My son, he's pretty smart, so he had.
He's very smart.
He's had 5s all the way through all of his progress.
That's
lines.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's
5s are like A's.
It's
5s
like the
are
highest
better.
you can
It's the testing. It's these testing they do every year for kids to see where they're at, and like there's 1 to 5, and 5 is like extraordinary. It's not normal. It's not just an easy thing to
What
get.
percentage of kids gets?
I don't think very
So
many.
They like in the
like
top
3%.
2%?
So you know, like the bell
3%?
curve, where
That's
you
really
got
cool.
like
Yeah, the old standard
Yeah.
deviation. The very
Yeah.
tip at the top has very few people, and then
Yeah.
you go as the more you get towards the middle, the more people occupy
Yes.
it.
So 1% of the students get a 5 on the math first test, because
Mm-hmm.
at the first test is kind of like, okay, you're not supposed to know anything, and then you teach.
Yeah.
And the last test, and you see what
It's pretty
your
much
growth.
stuff they don't really know.
Yeah. So he got 5 right off the start, like 1%.
Yeah.
And he got a 5 last year for his science test. He got a perfect score. He didn't miss any questions.
Nice.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but yeah, he, you know, where I've been trying to go ahead and, just do some nice things for him. So, you know, Marco actually did some nice things for him when he was here. Gave him some, you know, some Pokemon cards.
Well, you should have, like, you weren't here, but bro, when he came in here, it was hilarious. Because, you know, we got a ton of product.
Yeah.
And it's been a couple weeks since he's been here. And he was just like, I was laughing the whole time because like his eyes were like so big, and like he was just like, he kept saying, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God."
He's obsessed.
There's so
man.
much stuff. You have so much stuff.
So
I
you know
love it.
Whatnot?
But then his little cousin's like
Yeah, Oliver.
a little genius.
Yeah, little Oliver's kind of, he's funny.
Like he
little
was
guy.
talking like he was 20 years old. Like he was saying stuff. I'm just like, this is not coming from this little kid.
Yeah. He's funny too. They're pretty he's gonna be very creative, Oliver. When he
Oh,
gets
yeah, I
older.
can tell.
Yeah. So you know Whatnot, right?
Yeah.
There's like another service that's Whatnot. I forget the name of it. Everclear or something like that.
don't know.
forget, Ever something. Well, Nick, he talked me into having him sign up for it. So last night, 9:00, I guess they're doing all like the giveaways and stuff like that, you know. So he's in there trying to do giveaways, and he actually had he has like $35 to spend. So he actually picked up 3 packs of Temporal Forces for $15. It's like $5 a pack,
Cheap.
which is not. Yeah, it's not bad, right? So he's like so excited about Pokemon, and he's
He
pretty
really
responsible.
is.
Yeah,
He's like all in, man.
he is. He does like research, and he's So I'm just doing that with him. We laid in bed and we were watching like all the streams of the people, selling their cards, and it's crazy. Some of the things like there's this one Pokemon, a Pikachu card. It was like a team one, whatever, and it's like red border, all these different things. It sold for over $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was a 10. It was like rated. you
Yeah.
know? Over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
for one card. It's just
Oh,
nuts.
that's nothing, man.
It's crazy.
$1,000 graded 10 Gem Mint 10 Pokemon card is a dime a dozen. That's how crazy the prices are on Pokemon.
And he's starting to pick up like the prices and how much they should be.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh man, that person he's bought this for $300 and he can sell that raw for $500.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'll give him a job when he turns of
maybe.
age.
Yeah. It's like 6 years.
How old
That's
is he?
a great
He's
first
11.
job for a kid.
No, I
right
think
there.
you can. I think they can start working at 14. Can't
Maybe.
they?
He would love it.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we got in the store. Comics. We've picked up a few little things, nothing crazy, but in Pokemon side, we just picked up a massive singles collection. Massive. Like $20,000 singles collection. We picked up another sealed collection. We have sealed for days. I mean, right by you, Joe. You see all that stuff right there?
yeah, it's crazy how many you have. So many.
And that's the extra.
That's the overstock.
That's the overstock because we can't fit anymore over there. But I learned from Andrew. Like, I mean, I really wish I would have done this a year ago.
But was it going as well a year ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, now every time I buy a collection, whether it's a singles or it's sealed, I'm taking one thing home and putting it away. And if it's singles, it's usually more than one thing. Because, I'm thinking now I see this is a train that's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a year ago, I had the mindset that, okay, it's gone nuts, but it's got to level out. It has to stop. And it just keeps going nuts. And
Yeah.
it just keeps going and keeps going. And it's, I'm here and the TV's always running. So it's on YouTube. So I'm watching all the videos and stuff. And I just see nothing but celebrities that are buying it. I mean, and it's just not Pokemon. I mean, it's sports cards too. Like that Jordan Kobe
gosh.
card that just sold for $12.9 million. So I'm like, man, who bought that? And come to find out, it was Mr. Wonderful, the guy from Shark Tank.
Oh, really?
Him and like 3 other investors bought it. And I was watching a video about it. They did because it's a big deal. And they interviewed him about it. And they were like, what made you buy this card? Like, why did you decide to spend $13 million on this card? He's like, I'm an investor. And he goes, I put my money, obviously he's a smart investor. He's a billionaire. He's like, he sees the trajectory of where cards is going, collectibles, trading cards in general. He even mentioned Pokemon, but he's like sports cards. He's like, it's just, it's the only thing that just keeps going like this.
Yep.
Do you think that this is because there's some digital fatigue? Like the trend had been everything is going away physical media, everything away from DVDs, video games, heck, comic books. Is this sort of a backlash against the whole digital trend, or is it something more?
What I honestly think, I did a lot of, so my cousin Mike, the one that had the birthday, he's very heavy into crypto, very heavy. And to be perfectly honest, this is the first time I'm going to reveal this. Starting tomorrow, I'm putting a feeler out there. I'm going to sell my comic collection.
Okay.
My personal collection at home, I'm selling it. And I'm going to put all the money into crypto. I'm going to put it all into Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to get a Bitcoin, but
You're going to
I'm going to get as much.
Or?
No, I'm right now, I'm going to, so my goal by the end of this year is to get 1 Bitcoin.
Okay.
Okay. And this is going to be the start.
Well, because if you get 1 Bitcoin, right now Bitcoin's going to go, 100,000, 100?
It's at 110.
110.
It was at 125, but it's at 110.
It's supposed to go to 1 million.
That's a heavy coin.
Right. Yeah. So right now's the time to buy. And I was watching a ton of videos about it. So that's what I'm doing. So the reason I believe is because the dollar right now, everybody's scared of the dollar bill.
As well they should be. Inflation is just
they just believe
tripling on us.
We just keep producing the dollar.
Yeah. Printing money
like it's nothing. So the value of the dollar is going, it's garbage, and people, investors, big people with money, and I'm talking Donald Trump, I'm talking Musk, I'm talking, people like Mr. Wonderful, they're trying to put their money elsewhere. So they're investing in real estate, they're investing in crypto, they're investing in collectibles, primarily, even comics like Silver Age and older comic books, Pokemon, sports cards of value. Like that's where everybody's putting their money because it's just going like this. And comic books, Silver Age, Golden Age, I mean, it's going like this. Okay. Mm-hmm. trading cards are going like this.
Yeah.
Real estate is, real estate's always goes up, but
Real
it's
estate's
going like
always
this.
a winner.
But right now, the number one investment honestly, it's even better than crypto right now, is Pokemon as far as value. But crypto, that's why people are throwing so much money at crypto right now.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's not going anywhere.
No, not at all.
Okay. When you have Donald Trump at a Bitcoin convention saying, he owns, I think it's $250 million worth of Bitcoin or something like that. Worth, not 250 million Bitcoin, because there isn't that many, but he owns like something like that, some crazy, or $25 million worth of Bitcoin. But he owns that and he promotes it. And he also is right now, the United States of America owns like 1% of the Bitcoin population. Our nation does.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Our
that?
government?
Our government. What does that tell you? Like, you know what I mean? They believe in it. They know it's here to stay.
It's comforting to know that the green is not backed merely by the full faith and credit of the United States government.
The government knows it's here to stay.
They have some money to back it
up. And Trump is passing a law that they cannot seize your Bitcoin. Like, they can seize your property, but they cannot seize your Bitcoin.
That would be a good law.
Right. So it's, once the United States does stuff, everybody else follows. So it's, you know what I mean? This is something like I was always like iffy about and stuff, but now honestly, I think it's a true investment.
You don't like
a good investment.
XRP?
Yeah.
I do like XRP,
It's
but I just feel
Bitcoin.
like if I'm going to invest in it, I'm going to invest in the number one thing that there is.
The king.
I'm not saying I don't want to invest in XRP, but I'm going to wait till I get one Bitcoin and I'm going to do that. There was a video showing that, as the dollar keeps going down and everything else keeps, going little by little, if you look at like how inflation is, okay, and you look at the housing market, and you see what the housing market's doing, and you see how much it cost 5 years ago to buy a house as opposed to now, okay? Like my house 5 years ago was not a $300,000 house. It was probably a $200,000 house, okay? But if you invested $10,000 in Bitcoin 5 years ago,
Do so much money.
compared to now, what would that house have cost you? Let's say you had 10,000 in Bitcoin 5 years ago, and the housing market goes up, and you had 10,000 Bitcoin, and you're up here now. Now that value of that house, if you couldn't afford a house back then, but you invested in crypto, $10,000 in crypto, you could have bought that house for almost nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You couldn't have done that with anything else.
You're right. There's no doubt about it.
So that's my thing now. I got to start thinking not for my future. I got to start thinking of my kids' future, and where to go, because Social Security's gone basically. There's no such thing as a pension anymore. Like you've got nothing. We have nothing for our kids.
Correct.
Like if we die and stuff, what do they have? So now's the time, as parents, you have to think of the future, and the future is crypto, man. I truly believe it. And if not, like, I don't know if the future is going to be Pokemon. I don't know if the future is going to be, artwork or, real estate's always going to be there. But who has $1 million to invest in a shopping center?
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, who has that? Like, yes.
At the very
if
least,
you have the money, take your money and
$400,000.
throw it at a shopping center. Go buy some houses. But who can honestly say, oh, I have $300,000 in my back pocket. Let me go buy a house and rent it out, or let me go buy a duplex, or let me go buy a shopping center for $500,000. But my cousin's like, he knows I can't buy a Bitcoin, but he's like, you don't need a Bitcoin. He goes, take $10,000 and buy $10,000 worth of a Bitcoin. He goes, 2 years from now, that might be $30,000.
Yep. He's right.
So no, I can't afford to buy a house. I can't like cash. I can't afford, but can I build up the money to go buy, some Bitcoin, a piece of a Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Right. And right now it's at a low. It's been probably in the past 2 years it hasn't been this low, and that's because of everything going on, you know. But it's about to hit. They say, my cousin said something's happening September 17th. I mean, he knows everything. I don't know everything. He says September 17th, something's going on. So he's like, try to do it before 17th. So this is going to be on video. So I'll be able to call up my cousin, you know what I mean? But he said September 17th is the day. So right now I said, when do you think it's going to go past $110,000? Because right now he's like September 17th.
But he didn't specify what
he did, but I don't remember what he said.
Oh.
I don't remember what he said, but he did. So September 17th is the date. I mean, I'll figure it out tonight when I look at it. But so yeah, I'm gonna sell off my comic collection, because what's my comic collection doing? It's sitting in my home collecting dust.
Reading the comic books?
It's there. No.
Then yeah, what
it's there. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's accumulating value slowly. It's there. You know, but for one, it's like, if something happens, I mean, my kids aren't going to know what to do with that. Yeah. And if anything, what's the biggest story we always see in a comic shop?
They bring it in the boxes, and
they're bringing it in, and they're like, hey, you know, my grandfather passed away, my father passed away, left me this stuff. I just want anything for it. I don't want that to happen to my comic collection. No,
you can sell it for what it's worth in your store.
Right. So
you have a huge opportunity.
I might as well take advantage of it now, you know, before it's too late.
Do you got some bulk and jank in there, or is it just mostly all bangers?
It's runs. It's runs of Batman. Okay. And listen, I got two things. I got a run of Batman and I got a run of Amazing Spider-Man, but it's all top shelf stuff.
Okay, so it's all curated. It's just the best copies you could get your hands on.
And multiples of them.
So what? Where does your run start with Batman? What issue number?
Oh, in mid to high 50s, 60s.
With the
not
series.
Full,
yeah. Okay,
by any means. I probably have like 6 or 7 issues under 100. But then when you get to 100 and up, I'm only missing like from 100 to, when did it end? 713. Batman.
No, 800. Yeah, over
Batman.
800. Yeah, 880. Because
that was
RIP.
Detective. That's Detective.
Okay.
Batman was 713, I believe.
Okay, yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So I believe when you get to number 100 to 713, I'm missing like 40 issues.
And I have some primo stuff.
And I have multiples in there. And Amazing Spider-Man, I have 1 through 600 something.
With all of
complete,
the legacy numbering factored in.
Yeah, complete. Yeah. And multiples in there of the keys, some of the keys, not all of them, but some of the keys.
You got a lot of Amazing Spider-Man 14, the Green Goblin.
No, I have one of those graded, but I have multiples. I don't have multiples of the 1 through 10s or 1 through 20s. I have multiples of like the first Black Cat, like 194. I think I have 6 of them at home. 238. I have 37 copies of 238 Hobgoblin. Let's see. But a lot of the keys in there, like 300, I have 2 or 3 Amazing Spider-Man 300s. 252, first black suit, I think I have 4 or 5 of them. But those keys I have.
360.
The easy to sell ones. 361, I got a few of them, and second prints and stuff like that. The first Carnage, that's a cheap one.
It's plummeted, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
A lot
Dirt
of the comic
cheap. That's a comic people should be buying right now.
Yeah, 2020 was the time to really sell the comic book collection.
Yeah,
those
COVID.
Values were inflated.
Oh yeah, and I did, and I back then I regretted it because I thought it was going to keep going up, but I did good.
You're not going to sell your Hobgoblin one, right?
I'm not going to sell my 9.8. I'm going to save it, but I am going to sell off some of them. I'm going to save a lot of the higher. I have multiples in 9.8, 9.6, 9.4, 9.2 graded. I have multiples. Yeah. So if I sell a couple, it's fine. My biggest thing is I just want to, honestly, I want to try and get a nice, real big chunk of change and throw it at Bitcoin.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and you'll always
and pay off some debt. Like I'm going to pay off all my debt.
Yeah.
You know, not all my debt. When I say debt, I mean like credit card debt, stuff like that. But like my car, obviously, and my house is going to still be there. But like, you know, I don't want to have any more credit card debt. You know, I'm tired of paying these stupid bills that I don't need to be paying.
That's my goal in the next couple of years, is just to have all that paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, me also. I have a plan to get rid of it all in 12 months.
And like I said, like I go into my house and I see my collection sitting there, and it's literally sitting there. So I'm like, why not put it to good use, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So are you going to be bringing it with you to the Daytona Comic Book Convention this Saturday?
I don't think so. And the reason why is because I'm not going to have control.
Okay.
Okay. So this weekend, I guess we can talk about that now, is we have the Daytona Beach Comic Convention at the Volusia County Fairgrounds. And that is the 6th and 7th, which is Saturday and Sunday.
Correct.
I won't be there. Ed will be there with Ryan. So I won't have control. And for this, I want to be able to be there and be in control, because I will be at the Ultimate Banger Card Show, which is also the same weekend, in Sanford at the Tactical Center in Sanford, behind the Sanford Mall, Seminole Town Center Mall. I'll be there both days with Andrew, because nobody else can really do the card thing besides me and Andrew, and Ryan and Ed can handle the comics. So I'd rather not bring it to the con. And plus, at a con, so I want to sell my collection, but I'm not like, I don't need to sell it today.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I can primo customers that want the exact books.
And if somebody, you know, if somebody wants to come in and buy the whole thing, that's fine. And obviously, I know I'm not going to get, you know, fair market value on the whole collection, and I'm okay with giving a little break if somebody buys it all. But like my Amazing Spider-Man 1, I'm going to get top dollar for that.
Yeah.
You know? So, and that's actually for all the Amazing Spider-Man early keys and stuff. First first Green Goblin, first Sandman, first Mysterio, first Electro, first Lizard. You know, I'm going to get top dollar. I'm not going to, you know, take a 20-30%.
Not super rare, but still high in demand. Those early
they are rare. I mean, they are
like those early Batmans.
No, the early Batmans. But the thing is, not a lot of people care about those.
No,
I mean, not as much as like Spider-Man. You know, we probably have 20 people compared to one person come in, you know, Marvel to DC here. And that's probably a consensus. You know, more people like the Marvel than they do the DC keys. Even though the value is better for your money. Mm-hmm. You can go buy a real big DC key for probably a mediocre Marvel key.
Yeah. Wow. It must still be the impact of those Marvel movies. Like, it still sits in the consciousness.
I honestly, you know, I've thought about it so many times, and it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, like a first appearance of, like, you know, somebody like Poison Ivy, who's such an iconic character, big character, you can get, like, you know, in her book, there's a centerfold in her book that probably half the time is missing. Because back in the day, people used to came to, it was like, it's like a poster. Mm-hmm. So to find that book, and that's a red cover, you know, so to find that book that the cover still pops, and I'm talking 6.0, 7.0, you can get for like $1,500 to $2,000.
Which issue is that? Oh,
Batman 181.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy to me that it's so affordable as far as a key as it is, you know? I mean, and before Uma Thurman played her, right, in Batman, she hasn't shown up again. And if she shows up on screen again, that book is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's a Silver Age key. So they aren't in abundance. Like, so you take that book and you take a book like Hulk 181. Okay? Yeah. Which is funny, they're both 181s.
Right.
But you take that book, right? You look on the census, how many 181s, Hulk 181s are, as opposed to a Batman 181?
Tons more, I would imagine. People getting that thing graded left.
Thousands more. It's not a rare book.
Not at all.
But that book is worth...
People just want to buy it.
3 times that book. It makes no sense.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It is. And that goes for a lot. Like first appearance of Penguin, first appearance of Two-Face, first appearance... You know, the only one that's really, really expensive is the Mr. Freeze book, and the reason why is because that's a golden, like, it's a 10 center.
Age. That was my next question. How many of your Batmans are in that golden age period before you go into the 1960s where it starts the silver or very late 50s with DC.
So you got to figure Batman 121 is the first appearance of Mr. Freeze, and that was literally the transition of Golden to Silver Age.
Okay.
So honestly, I probably have like 8 to 10 books in Golden Age when it comes to Batman.
Yeah, now that's where the value really
But this is the
starts
crazy
to come
thing
in.
is finding Golden Age Batman is not easy.
No.
But again, the value is not there.
Really?
As opposed to Silver Age Marvel. Silver Age Marvel.
That's crazy.
You know, like a Silver Age, like Fantastic Four, was it 52? First appearance Black Panther. That's way more expensive than Batman 181.
But there are so many more copies of that book.
A ton more.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
The only thing I guess is that it's imprinted on people's consciousness.
It
when
is.
they were kids, they were reading Marvel.
It is, and
because DC had that stupid the checkered racing flag over
Right.
the top, and it looked ridiculous.
And it's FOMO.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going
You're
to.
missing out.
It is. It's these people thinking they think because they see it more. I need that Black Panther book as opposed to I need that Poison Ivy book or I need that Penguin book. You know what I mean? That's in their mind. It's like it's been imprinted because of the movies, because of the shows and stuff like that. It's just Marvel just holds a higher precedence over DC, and it's a buying time for DC, without a doubt. It's a buying time. If comic book collectors want to throw their money at something, if I wanted to throw my money at something as in comics, I would be throwing it at DC keys because they're so low that there's going to be a time where it's going to kick. And then it's going to fly through the roof. DC books are going to fly through the roof. And everybody's going to be like, I should have got it then.
We've already seen the Marvel fatigue kicking in a little bit with the Superman versus Fantastic Four battle at the movie theater this year. Superman won out. You would have never thought that a Superman movie would have
I'm shocked.
Marvel's flagship franchise.
Right.
There's a lot of Marvel fatigue, and frankly, DC is currently putting out way better product than what Marvel is putting out right now in terms of story quality. So,
but it
that has
doesn't
something to do with
reflect
it.
in
No?
the sales.
Yeah.
Still.
It's uncanny to me. People will still buy Marvel books. There have been maybe 5 Marvel books this year that I thought have been of a quality that I enjoy. It's hard to find good Marvel these days.
Yeah.
And people are still buying them for the covers, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you see the Peacemaker's intro to the new season?
Yeah. I saw the first episode.
Fairy Guardians, right?
Yeah. I saw the first episode and it was awesome. I can't wait to watch. I don't know if they're on episode 3 yet.
Is the first season good?
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
Did James Gunn do the first season or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why his wife's in it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who's James Gunn's wife?
The Invisible Woman.
Oh, that's why we never see her.
So
Wait a minute, from this year's Fantastic Four movie? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's James. Really?
Yeah.
Get
that
outta
must have
here.
put an awkward
Yeah.
situation at home
Why?
because
She's in
her
a Marvel
movie didn't
movie.
do very well
I
compared
mean,
to
it
his.
did well. What are you talking? It did great. It just didn't do as good as
Did they make
Superman.
budget?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if they made budget. I think
Yeah.
I'd have to
I think
go back
they
and look
did.
that up. I hope they
I
did.
would have
liked
seen.
the
I would
movie.
have seen all over the place if
Yeah.
they lost money.
I thought it was a better movie than Superman.
I thought it was.
typically a
I mean,
bigger
I hate to say it.
Superman
I think it was by far a better movie.
fan. Yeah.
I don't even think it was close. From my eyes, I don't think
Why?
it was
Because
close.
Superman was kind of silly, man. Superman was kind of like Seth Rogen doing Superman, the way Seth Rogen did
That's
the
what we
Green
want.
Hornet.
That's what some people wanted.
For Superman to be a joke?
He's not a joke.
He's treated like a
Well,
joke
he was
in that
ca-
movie.
He was
He's okie
He was a
jokey.
human. He was human. I felt like he was very human-like.
And stupid.
I think they portrayed Superman.
He's
I
stupid.
think they portrayed him the way the comics did, though. Like he's very vanilla in the comics, like very homeboyish, country born. You know what I mean? Oh shucks, you know what I mean? That kind of. I think that's how he was in the movie, and I think the way they portrayed him in the movie, in my opinion, was how it should have been. What I don't agree with was everything else in the movie.
See, I think of Superman. I think of the John Byrne Superman, the Man of Steel, the post-crisis Superman. He was smart. He was crafty.
But
he was very
you're also
aggressive.
thinking of the Superman of mature.
Yeah.
This was the
new
this was
Superman is kind of dumbed
this was
down
kind
a
of
little
the
bit.
young Superman. You're thinking Man of Steel. This is after Lois
No,
Lane.
no, no. I'm talking about the Man of Steel comic book series in
Yeah, but
'86.
this is-
That was the Superman year one.
Was it?
Yeah, remember post-crisis?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought him
post-crisis
and
was
Lois
not-
were already like.
No, not
Oh, okay.
at all. Yeah, we're talking about the Man of Steel comic book series that was written and
Okay.
drawn by John Byrne.
So you
it
think
re-released Superman's whole history. So it was starting out like a year one. To give you guys a quick rundown, Infinite Crisis of Infinite Earths. You might remember it from the what was it? Not the WB, the CW's series with Green Arrow, Green Lantern. The original comic book series, and it predated Secret War, reset the entire DC universe because they had 50 or 60 different multiverses. They wanted to bring everything down into one current consistent world. So they had a huge crisis. They started the whole universe over, and this trick would be done over and over again. So you saw a release of the superheroes coming out, and for them it was the start of year two. Superman, Wonder Woman, all of these characters. So it was really a re-release of Superman. And this Superman was more aggressive. He had a little bit of an edge, a little bit of an anger to him, but he was very intelligent and very crafty and really quite a cool character to cheer for. 80s Superman was my favorite.
Kind of like MacGyver?
He didn't have to MacGyver quite as much, but yeah,
love
there's a lot
MacGyver,
of cool
by the
stuff.
way.
too.
Yeah, MacGyver is pretty cool.
They should bring that back.
Why?
MacGyver.
Why?
Well-
Richard Dean Anderson's not coming back to play MacGyver.
Well, I know that. But
He
I'm
is
saying, let's
MacGyver.
give a new MacGyver.
No, let's have a whole new character.
He has a son that kind of looks like him. They can put him right in there.
See, that's our mentality. We got to shift away from this rehashing of characters that we've already seen. Let's get new characters.
Okay, you're right.
I mean,
I'm
that's
with
just
it.
my
I'm
opinion.
with that. I think you're right.
But yeah, man.
Okay.
So that's where we're at with Superman. So anyways, continue.
Okay, well let me go back. Remember I said while you were talking, I got to Google it. The September 17th thing for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So here's the factors. The Federal Open Market Committee has a meeting scheduled for September 17th with a decision on interest rates for the 17th. Speculation is focused on a potential 25 basis point rate cut, which could create more favorable pro-liquidity environment for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Prediction market indicates a high probability of a rate cut through macroeconomic data such as persistent elevated inflation.
I heard about this. So how much would Bitcoin go up to if this was to go through? Does it say anything
If
about
you're
that?
talking about going from 100 to 110, that's a little less than 10%, but that's a huge jump. If you're talking about almost a double-digit jump for
They're saying it's going to go higher than it was a few weeks ago at 125. So they're saying probably 130, 140 because the interest rates are going to climb.
30% jump. That's insane.
So that's what he was saying.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard about it too. I heard there's a couple things going on here that might make it jump like crazy.
Yeah, and supposedly it's going to hurt. I mean, basically we're already in a recession.
Because supposedly XRP is going to go ahead and go with you get an XRP
know
card,
what?
like a credit card or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
like a Bank of America or something.
the crazy thing is like what I was watching is basically them saying 5 years ago the housing market was like I said before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our wages were shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanked.
The housing market's gone through the roof in the past 5 years,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But our wages haven't.
No. Yeah. It's not good.
So 5 years ago, we were able to possibly purchase a house, even with the amount we were making, which wasn't much back then. Now we're making a little bit more money.
but everything else,
Very
is so much
little,
more
but
money.
everything else is skyrocketing.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right. So now we can't afford to buy a house. I mean, you can't even barely afford to rent a house at these prices. I mean, when I had my apartment before I had my house, I remember I had a 3-bedroom apartment over by the Pavilion. I had a 3-bedroom apartment. I thought I was paying a lot, and I was paying $17.96 for a 3-bedroom apartment, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
3-bedroom apartment. So I know people in the same apartment complex that are paying $2,700 for my same
And
apartment
that's
now,
crazy.
and that was 3 years ago. How?
Do you know I've been watching a lot of, right? Because what I really want to do is I kind of want to sell my house, right?
Yeah.
And I've been watching these videos of people buying like school buses. And then what they do with the school bus, you can buy a school bus for like $16,000, $20,000. And they redo the inside of it, right?
Like they gut it.
Oh, they gut it and they make it super nice. And then, because I can I can
Like
work from
make it into
anywhere.
like a mobile home.
Oh, and it's like super nice in the inside. It's like, it's just really nice looking, like with nice fancy appliances. You can do all that.
A lot of, not school buses, a lot of people are buying mobile homes now
Yeah.
and paying lot rents.
Yeah.
Because a lot rent's like $700 a month.
Yeah, and not only that, I've been I've been watching those, but then also now like on my feed, it's coming up with like these kind of like you buy the houses you can buy on Amazon.
What?
You can buy houses on Amazon. They're not huge houses,
Right.
But they're like you
Are
can
they
buy
like
them on
tiny homes?
They're kind of like tiny
Yeah.
homes, but they're actually
They ship it to you and you put it together.
like $40,000.
Build your own
You
house.
put like $7,000 down. You buy the house like $40,000, and these houses are nice. You can just go put it on a lot somewhere,
Right.
and
Pay lot rent. That's it.
you can buy like massive amount of land.
So you could buy a tiny house and put it in your backyard.
I mean, listen, there's not much land.
It would
left.
be a good space to
There's
move
plenty
my
of land
comic
left.
book
No,
library,
to
actually.
purchase.
Yeah.
There is not. So, because you know who's buying it all? Banks.
Yeah.
You know what I think about
Banks
the
are banks are buying all the real estate.
Banks are evil.
Okay, so we can't buy it. But so let's go back to what we were talking about. So that's what September 17th was about. So my goal is I'm going to try my hardest to get to at least 10,000 in Bitcoin worth of Bitcoin by September 17th,
Nice.
which is 10% of a Bitcoin basically.
So you'll be prepared for that. In the meantime, shifting gears back from saving money to spending money, what would be a good strategy for you if you're going into the Daytona Comic Book Convention? Like, I've got a couple of thoughts on this, but
So-
when you're walking in.
You know, the one thing that, and I've talked about it before, is if you're going as a buyer, right? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Go on Sunday.
Okay.
And the reason why I say it, two reasons. One, the vendors there want to walk out with the least amount of product possible. Sunday is their last day. So if you go in the middle, if you go at like, it closes at 4, I think, on Sunday. If you go at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock on Sunday, the dealers are going to make deals. So if you want the best bang for your buck, you go Sunday afternoon, because the dealers, like I said, they don't want to take stuff home.
Yeah.
Number 2
Stuff they
is
can carry.
because it's going to be dead. And I'm going to tell you why. What is Sunday, Paul?
NFL Week 1. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Correct. Problem number 2. People that are buying comics are guys like us. Okay? At
Huge
least
nerds.
half of them,
Huge nerds.
at least half of them also watch sports. The biggest sport we watch, football.
Every year.
Okay.
Every year.
So they're not going to get that Sunday crowd because, and I'll tell you why I know. Every year they do it. Every year. Why they do it on this weekend escapes me, but they do it. Sunday's always the hangover. Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing I don't really care about because of the convention is the charge at the door. Knowing that this is Daytona Beach Comic-Con, where a majority of the people that live here are middle class to actually a little under middle class. So when you charge $10 for an adult and $5 for a kid over 12, and most people have kids, you know, you figure $20 for an adult and 2 children. If dad's coming with their 2 kids, and if mom's coming, it's more. But I figure $20 average probably. What do you got to spend?
Yeah.
So you got
right.
75 vendors in there, right? That all paid to get there
Yeah.
for tables. And our goal is to make money. Now, the people that set up the con charged all of us a fee. And I know they paid for the, you know, the fairgrounds. But I mean, if I'm, you know, I'm not a mathematician, but if you're charging $300 for the weekend, and that's only if you got one booth for the weekend to each vendor, and you have 75 vendors,
You're cleaning up. Say
Why-
if you had 100, you would
why
be making
not-
30,000.
why not do free entry?
That would certainly help out the vendors.
I mean, think about this. And if you have, usually it's around 1,100 people through the door. That's about 1,000 to 1,100 people through the door for the weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Multiply that for an average. If we're saying an average is $20 per person that walks through the door because they're bringing the kids. Yeah. That's what? $20 times 1,000 people is what? $20,000? Mm-hmm. Is that $20,000? 20 times 1,100?
Yeah.
Or 20 times 1,000? That's 20,000?
Yeah.
So that's $20,000 people will spend inside to the vendors. Mm-hmm. That changes a lot. Yeah. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that is, I'm going to tell you, because next week we're going to talk about this. We are going to talk about this. I'm going to let you guys know what Arkham Asylum made at the Comic-Con, and I'm going to let you guys know the same exact weekend what we made at the Ultimate Banger card show.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. The Pokemon money will exceed the comic book
by far.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons is free entry. Mm-hmm. So if you go to the card convention, it's free to get in.
And that makes a heck of a lot of sense.
That's a huge deal. Yeah.
See, when you're paying $300 for a table, that means you need to immediately sell $300 worth of product, not super easy to clear in a day at a regular comic book shop, before you've even made money.
But there's more than that.
That's hard to overcome.
You got to pay the employees that are going to be there.
Yeah, and you're paying them by the hour.
You know what I mean? So you've got to make up a lot to even start profiting. Mm-hmm. So that's, and don't get me wrong, the Daytona Beach Comic Con is probably one of the better Comic Cons in the area.
Very focused on selling comic books.
Yeah. So definitely check it out, especially if you can afford the $10 to get in. And that's the thing, it's $10 a day. Mm-hmm. Why not $10 a weekend? You know, but
yeah, something to cut down the cost a little bit.
So, but if you can afford it and you want to buy key issues or you want to fill your runs, this is definitely the show to do it. You can get some stuff here. You can get some hidden gems at Daytona Beach Comic Con. Like I remember when I used to collect. And I used to go there and I used to dig through those dollar boxes and 50-cent boxes. And I used to find like $20, $30 books all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, like our big thing that we're doing there is we're bringing all our overstock. And that's all the new books that have come out in the past year and a half. All the new books. And we have a lot of overstock. And we're going to charge $2 a book.
Great price. At least half off.
At least half 60%. Off. All these books are a minimum $3.99 off the shelf. Yeah. And we're going to have books for $2 that came out as early as last week. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to get bargains, $2 a book for brand new books. You know what I mean? And some of these books can be $7.99.
Yeah. Very expensive stuff.
Right.
So that is an awesome sale. I've got a couple of my own little pointers to go in with one of these conventions. I've done a couple of them. Did you have any other pointers before I?
No, that's it.
So the very first thing is to know your budget, and by know your budget, know how much that you're willing to spend to where it's not going to hurt you, and then bring that entire amount in cash. When you're dealing with the vendors in cash, you will 90 to 95% of the time get a better price than you would
without
if
a doubt
paying card.
Yeah.
Card hurts the vendors. They have to pay what's called a merchant services fee. For those of you who don't know, they'd pay anywhere from $1 to $5 per transaction.
It's usually about 3%.
If you bring an American Express card that gives you cashback rewards, you're being very rude because they're going to have to pay even more than that.
Yes, correct.
Cash. Please bring cash. It's good for you. It's good for them. Second, know what issues you really want to get in your runs. I keep a note on each of the runs that I have, and I know that the numbers that I need to fill in those runs before I go into it. I also have a certain number of targeted series. Limit your focus, because what you're going to have is a cavalcade of comic books, and if you don't go in there with some kind of a plan for what you want to buy, then you're going to be overwhelmed. Also, when you see late issue numbers on Marvel books, for example, that were from the 90s, I would jump on those books, like very late numbered Ghost Rider Volume 2, very late numbered Namor, and these are just a few examples, because those books have rarity, and you can get a decent price. Darkhawk's a great example. You find a Darkhawk 48 in a dollar bin, you scoop that up immediately. That's a $30 book. So do your research on what's rare.
Come in with a game plan for sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Have your runs noted down, cache, and know your rare books.
Cash is king.
Yeah. And avoid buying the ones that are right off of the wall until Sunday afternoon. Because a lot of the stuff that you're going to see on display is going to be, I'm not going to say overpriced, but I'm going to be saying priced to make up that $300.
It's all eye candy. It's eye candy for sure.
Don't be hauled in by that. And those are my keys.
Those are pretty good tips, Paul.
Thanks, Joe.
Well, we're getting close to our limit here.
All right.
Okay. So next week we're gonna get some numeric information.
Yep.
We're gonna talk NFL Week 1.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna revisit our fantasy scores. My God, we're gonna have the longest show of the year.
Wait a second. What's up for Thursday before we close this out?
This Thursday.
We're going out.
This Thursday is kickoff.
This Thursday. Who's playing?
Philadelphia
And Dallas.
We're definitely going somewhere this Thursday,
Okay.
right?
Heck yeah, we'll go to Peaks or
We'll go to
Ale
Peaks.
House
Let's do
or-
Peaks.
Yeah, let's do
Sounds
Peaks.
So with that, this is Marco signing off.
This is Paul.
I'm Joe.
We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Until then, kiddies, the asylum is closed.